Hi everyone, welcome to Martin Says. My name is Martin Conde and today I'll be talking about the Fear of God Essentials Converse Chuck 70 Highs. Let's go! Back in 2019, they did release a pair back in December, and they've also released another colorway of the same collaboration. It's the Chuck 70. I've been very excited since I saw them actually on December. I wanted the pair, but it was in a different colorway, and this time when I saw the black and white ones, I decided that I really wanted one. But I wanted one that was officially released. I would do anything to get the SRP ones. First off, I just want to discuss the brand itself, why this pair is very hype, and what makes it special, and if it's worth it even, and what my thoughts are in the end. So stay tuned.
Let's go.
The Fear of God brand itself is very hyped. It started back in 2012. The name Fear of God was heavily influenced by Jerry's religion. He's a devout Christian, and a book by Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His Highest, heavily resonated with him. So with this, it heavily influenced the perception younger people have towards religion, and it started this new wave of making it cooler.
The stars were made to worship so loud.
It used to be a pretty hip-hop related brand, which later on turned to street and then to athleisure-ish designs, which brings it to its grungy, street-ish vibe that it has now, with a whole more looks to it. The brand started off with Jerry Lorenzo's idea of this types of clothes, a mix of casual and luxury, which didn't really exist back in 2012. If y'all remember, the fashion back in 2012 is very different from what it is now.
2, 0, 1, 2.
Let's go.
It started with, I think, Big Sean, later Kanye West. Actually, Kanye even hired Jerry for his APC collaboration and also for the Yeezy concert merch. And later on, 2016, Jerry was able to have a collaboration with Justin Bieber, which later on broadened the market and fed the hype for the brand. So the first collection kicked off on 2013, featuring what Kanye and Big Sean wore. Next up was in 2015 when they brought popularity to the revived vintage shirts. So if y'all were on the hype, I bet y'all were wearing the vintage shirts. They also brought popularity to sweatpants. Remember those with the zippers on the side? So it was heavily influenced by Fear of God. And I think it trickled down to mass market and fast fashion, wherein some big brands started designing pretty similarly to the vibe of Fear of God. Then on 2016, he had a major collaboration with Justin Bieber, which was accompanied with the release of his album and with the concert merch. So if you remember those t-shirts with Bieber's face on it, that seemed very vintage. Those were mostly designed by Jerry, and it brought a whole new audience for the brand and brought a lot of brand recognition. Within that year, actually 2016-2017, a lot of celebrities, Janet Jackson.
Let's go.
What? Janet Jackson even used some of these designs for her concert and I think for the merch as well. Then on the fifth collection, their design moved towards a more sporty vibe. It was heavily influenced by baseball, basketball, even motocross. Celebrities like Jay-Z were seen wearing them. A lot of hip-hop stars were also seen wearing them. And also during that period, they also had a lot of collaborations, mostly with Nike, with Vans, with Chapel NYC, and Ready Made. So it was also in 2015 where the conception of... Is it conception or inception? I don't know.
Let's go.
A new sub-brand was brought to life. It was first named FOG, a Fear of God. It targeted mostly on younger audiences. It has a cheaper price compared to the main brand Fear of God to target students, because back during that time, not people, we brought the hype with us. So targeting that market was pretty smart, and it did pay off because it brought about more brand recognition to the main brand itself, since the similarities on the name. On 2018, they rebranded the sub-brand FOG to Essentials, which brings us now to the Fear of God Essentials collaboration with Converse, the Chuck 7T. So unfortunately, I didn't get picked for the release raffle at Commonwealth, and I'm pretty bummed, but it's okay. I try to stay positive, and I'm still hoping that I'll be able to tick off the FOG Essentials Converse collaboration from my kicks list. I've always had this sort of bucket list on my head, so I call it the kicks list, of a list of shoes that I wanted to have, and it helped me actually collect some of them. From the remaining ones, so the number one there is the Jordan 1s, preferably the Dior or the Off-White collab ones, but I'm guessing that's pretty far off since they're so crazy expensive, and I wasn't able to get any during the release, so it's okay. I didn't really cry a river for that one. Just didn't sleep. But the dream still lives on, and I'm still looking forward to actually getting a pair of Jordan 1s. I'm not very specific with the color. The next one would be, again, the Converse high cuts, preferably the Fear of God collaboration right now. But again, if all else fails, it's still going to be on my kicks list. Another one would be the Gucci Ace and the Gucci Horsebit Loafer. So I'm a fan of Gucci. They're one of the few luxury brands who was able to properly caught up with the hype of streetwear and able to adjust to what consumers wanted. So again, the late 2010s really brought about this wave of luxury going more comfortable and low-key-ish streetwear type. Next is the Onitsuka Mexico 66. So again, this is a classic silhouette by Onitsuka, and I've had a few Onitsukas. One is a leather, forgot the type, but I'll try to find it and show you guys a picture of it. And I love it to death also because it's extremely comfortable, and it goes well with any because it's black with the yellow highlights to it. Next up would be a Puma Suede. The Puma Suede is a very, very classic pair of shoes. It's been Puma's signature since I can remember. It's very much tied with their whole brand, and a lot of celebrities use it as their casual wear, and I too, aiming to become a celebrity, wanted a pair.
Let's go.
Next up would be any chunky sneaker. So for this one, I wasn't really a fan of the chunky hype sneakers because I thought they were like too big and stuff. But then I realized that they do add a little bit more hype. They're statement pieces and they do go well with some outfits. The first one that I wanted was the Yeezy Wave Runner 700, then the Balenciaga Triple S, or the Puma Thunder Spectra. So those three. Then I found a great alternative pair of shoes. I made a review about it, and I'm gonna link the video somewhere here. Hope you guys watch it. It's really nice. It's the World Balance Invictus, and I've been loving it so far. The design's spectacular, and the price was just mind-blowing, especially for someone like me who's trying to earn a living.
Let's go.
Don't forget to comment down below on any other topics you want me to take on, or video suggestions you want me to do. So thank you again for subscribing, and for those who haven't, don't forget to like, subscribe, and even comment down. And Martin says, see ya.